So we welcome you back to Inside the Idaho Vandals. Coach Verlin sticking with us. Steven Madison, obviously a big game again, and it seems like big game after big game for him. Even though it's a loss, 27 points, he brings so much to this team, it seems.
Yeah, he really does. Steven's really matured as a basketball player in this program for the last 4 years, and he's really having a great senior year. Like you said, 27 points. He can score it in a number of different ways. And you know, if you talk to Steve, he'd talk about his three-point shooting isn't up to his standard, but he does a number of really good things on the basketball court. He can really score his ball. He can really rebound his ball, and he's obviously logging a lot of minutes against guys who are a lot bigger than him.
When you look at his performance and different things, when you look at just games and trying to win games, and I mean, is he the critical point in that, and you have to have him have a big performance, or can you say, you know what, sometimes he can have an off night and we could still be able to get wins?
Well, you hope that the latter is better, because when teams are more balanced, they're harder to guard, which our team has shown this year is that Steve's probably got to have a big game for us to win, but you don't want to put that pressure on him. You know, what I really challenge Steve day in and day out is bring your defense and rebounding, and everything else will take care of itself.
You look at the next two games. You have New Mexico State, obviously a tough team. They handled Utah Valley, beat them by a good margin. They beat you guys by 24 points on the road. It's tough to come back from a loss that it was like against Seattle U. And then when you have New Mexico State, that could be even tougher.
Well, but if you're any kind of competitor at all, this is the best team in our conference coming into your building. I mean, you got to forget about Seattle U, and you got to get ready for New Mexico State, who brings in an unbelievably big team. Vandal fans, if you want to see an NBA-sized team or bigger, come watch on Thursday night, because Simbular and Mapawe and Dixon, I mean, they are men, and they are big, and it's going to be a heck of a battle. So you can't sit around and worry about Seattle U when you got New Mexico State coming in. So actually, maybe it's a good thing. Let's have the best team in our conference right here on our home floor, and let's rebound from the Seattle U by beating a good New Mexico State team.
So what has to change? Obviously, you look at when you played them last time on the road. Have you pointed out things when you've watched film that you say, we have to change this to get a win?
Well, we can't beat New Mexico State if they shoot like they did from the three-point line, because they're so big inside. I mean, we have to protect our paint, and they make 6 of their first 7 threes. They have their best three-point shooting performance of the year. If they come in the spectrum and do that again, we're not going to beat them. But if we can get them to miss a few of those shots, like the stats tell you they will, and we can keep their big inside guys off the boards and at bay, we'll have a chance. We got to make this game fast. There's no simple thing, there's no easy thing, there's no right way to play New Mexico State, but what we got to do is we got to run those big guys. That's what we have to do. If they're going to come in at 7'4" and 7 foot and 6'10", then we got to play our guys, and we got to get this ball up and down the court. We got to try to make this game go fast.
This seems like a game that really you can't have too many mistakes either on your end.
Yeah, no question. You got to play almost perfect, but we can do that. We got to make some shots. We got to play well, but what we got to do is have some energy and some intensity about us, and go out and take on the challenge. I mean, New Mexico State's been beat twice on the road this year already in conference play. Why can't it be a third time on Thursday night?
Obviously, it's been a while since we've had the Thursday and Saturday. You guys have kind of had a lighter couple of weeks. Is it nice for you as a coach to get back to that Thursday, Saturday schedule?
Well, you always, as a coach, you always like the same routine, and it's nice to get back on that routine. But, I liked the 10 days off, too. I thought our team got a lot better in that amount of time. We were able to heal some guys up. We were able to get some guys some extra lifts. We were able to get some guys some extra shots. So, actually, I thought we got better in that 10-day break. But it is nice to get on a routine. You know what you're going to do on Monday. You know what Tuesday and Wednesday is. And then, on you go to the weekend and preparing for your game. So, yeah, it's always good to have a routine.
You get Texas Pan American over the weekend after New Mexico State. Obviously, double overtime thriller. How much are you guys, do you feel that, what's changed, I guess, between when you played them and the double overtime nail biter to where you guys are now?
Well, Texas Pan American's getting better, and you can tell that in their scores. They've had a number of good road wins. They went on the road and won at Chicago State at UMKC. They're very hard to play. They're going to zone us all night long. They're going to make us make perimeter shots. They're a very good rebounding team. And Dan Hemsher's a very, very good basketball coach, has been for a long period of time. And they're going to come in and grind it out. They're going to make you earn it. And they're going to make you earn it every single possession. And that's what Texas Pan American does the best.
I can't believe it. We have 4 home games left. I mean, the schedule's just zooming by, and any coach really will say, win your home conference games. Win those games against your conference opponents when you have them at home. Have you thought about that, knowing you're going to be on the road back again and you've got to play and you've got to win some of these home games?
Yeah, we look at every game the same. Let's win our next game. Let's not put any more emphasis on home or road. Let's just make sure we do everything we can to win our next game. And that's what we're going to focus in on this week. Is first up is New Mexico State. As we worked all day on Sunday and we got ready for New Mexico State, we're going to put all of our eggs in that basket, and then on Friday we'll get ready for Pan Am.
Obviously, it should be a fun weekend for you as you're back at the Callan Spectrum for 2 games, New Mexico State and Texas Pan American, coming up this week. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Big thanks to Coach Verlin. When we come back, they're undefeated still. The Idaho women 8-0 to start conference play. Tom Purvis sat down with John Newley. That comes your way next on Inside the Idaho Vandals.